Hey you guys, this is another episode of the Aftergame. Now, pardon my potential low volume, but it's kind of late, so I'm just in kind of a chill mood. Now, this is a simple little PvT match, which I do sadly end up losing, but it's a loss that I feel is worth, some actual review over. So I'm in the bottom right here of, I believe, Alkion Wastes, and the top left we have Ganso, our Protoss player. Now, again, since I'm still in Bronze League right now, although I am 7th in my league, so it's a thing. I'm doing better. But since we are in Bronze League, we're going to go more for trying to get our macro down, which you will see is a huge point. So we're just going to go for the standard kind of Marine Marauder Medevac sort of play. And now, I do have this playing at ×2 faster speed, though I will go back and say, note, highlight important things. But it's also to, make the video go faster and reduce my upload speed and my rendering time and all that good stuff. Alright, with that started, let's get this going. Here we go. Start out standard good luck, have fun, because you gotta have manners. I don't know where that one went, but whatever. And then we have the start. Basic, just producing SCVs and / probes in case of our Protoss player. Now, there we go. Build the first supply depot. He already has his first building. I get 1 gas, because my plan is with this 1 SCV and gas is to have enough by the time it gets up by my first barrack. Forgive me. My plan with the 1 gas is to have enough gas by the time my barracks gets up to build 1 Reaper and to go right after into a tech lab. So, that's my plan behind that. Now, go up, scout, see that he has this basic gateway and pylon. Don't see any funny business. And his command control clearly shows there, which he'll get props for that later. You'll see why. Trying to establish the first zealot. Not bad. I just got the first Reaper. Or I'm building my first Reaper right now. I have enough gas, and by the time this is done, I can start my tech lab, or even reactor if I want to. But again, I like reactor for early upgrades. Bring that worker down, get second gas. Floating a little bit of minerals here, but probably could deal with putting in maybe an extra barracks right now. I do. Well, could just do it way sooner. Now, real quick, here's kind of a point. Now, I could have. One of the 3 points we're gonna really have to work on, but this is probably the least important of the 3, is really map awareness and just having an idea where things are. If I had proper, vision and scouted really everywhere that I probably should, or should at least start, I would have noticed this and been able to shut them down and put them on 1 base, and then just kind of powered ahead with my 2 base play that I'm wanting to do with this little bit of 2 Rex play here. But with that, I could have powered ahead, got a good macro lead over him, but I didn't. So that kind of illustrates one of our points, which is just to try and be more map aware. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. Illustrating the Reaper point. Reapers are nice for a bit of a point that I've been trying to work on overall, which is, I guess, kind of akin to the map aware. This point that I just made is try and get more scouting information. But I'm doing better about that. Again, superb control. And I had to give him credit. What do you want? I mean, I had to. Now, I have my reactor instead of my combat shield a while ago, because Marines are my kind of early defense against anything when I try and safely secure my second, or my natural expansion. Yeah, I could easily add on maybe another barracks while I'm just in downtime, waiting for this to build. Yeah. There's another good point where I could just add a barracks. And if I'm right, yeah, you could also add basically another full reactor or tech lab barracks in the time this would take to build. So, there's another bit of a point. He goes for level 1 ground armor earlier on, because he just supports leading with 5 gauge, doesn't let up build aggression. Now, he does build a mothership core, which you probably saw at the top. He doesn't really do much with this right now. Or he doesn't do as much as he could. And this little time, I've taken the bunker on the low ground, trying to defend my expansion from any just kind of base damage, which is good. I'm doing better about this. Scan, reveal the 5 gates, 24 gates, realize, well, shit. And realize, oh god, things are going down. Now I see that what's happening. Combat shield pretty much saved their life there. Swamp over. This is good. Again, I need to add more production. That is the main point of my macro. Now I am doing good with double engineering bays. I'm getting better about my engineering bay timing, so there's a good point of improvement. It goes shield, which is weird. It's really, really weird. He goes for what would be his natural for his third. At this point, he already has a base up and running. He's mining way more gas out of this, though. When I'm floating minerals, he's floating in gas, which is a thing. If I'm right, I'll float this factory down to the low ramp to complete this wall off. Because I know I'm just prepared at my level for DTs. I mean, I don't see this Twilight Castle and Dark Shrine, but I'm in Bronze League and I'm playing StarCraft. I have to expect Dark Shrine at my level. Because when behind, Dark Shrine. And when you're ahead, and when you're tied, Dark Shrine all the time. Now I'm just kind of building up my little forces here at the beginning of the ramp, completing off the wall off with the factory, having a nice missile turret and sensor tower combo at both sides. Gives me a good amount of vision. I could have, when this comes up, I could have stopped this from potentially being a problem way sooner. Now I don't have enough gas. There's another point actually. I probably could have gotten some gas. DT's up the ramp, nothing too special. That's why I have that at the low ground. See, and my fears are founded for a reason. Protoss ground levels 2 and shields 2 with blink stalker. Weird, but start my plus shield. Weapons. There's another mothership core. Now, actually, here's a really big point that deserves some manner of attention. And we'll go back to here. This is before my dropship actually goes out, because I hope it is. Yeah, I think it is. Yep. Because the attack hasn't happened with the DTs. Okay. He scouts. I heal up. He realizes that I have a lot in my front, and I really try to wall off with messages of oh, I'm wanting to sit back and try and macro hard. Now, that I realize that, try and go for a drop. Now, turn this down for time 1, just faster for this. If I was more map aware, insert something here, potentially cool graphic, I could have dropped stem, killed everything on this line, if not killed the actual nexus, or at least waited until it'll warp in, and then maybe just killed the pylons. I had absolute, free reign of this base. I could have killed it earlier if I would have scouted earlier. I could have killed it now if I would have just stopped the drop. Because this would have been enough damage with the drop alone. I wouldn't even have had to potentially lose anything. So there's a really, really, really big point. Just colossal, be more friggin' map aware point. There we go. Right now you aren't really seeing too much out of me. I'm just... Yeah. Nothing too special. Right now I'm really focused on this drop. About trying to make something happen here. His blink completes, but my 2-2 is halfway all the way, so... I'm pretty sure I do something with this drop. Oh, wait, I remember now. I remember now what happened. I probably could... Yeah, I get attacked again at the front. Heals, again, colossal friggin' map awareness failure. Yeah. Alright, I think this is when he sends more to kind of test my ramp, really. Yeah, this one's good. But I'm pretty sure I'll pick up another drop worth of stuff. Go down and find it earlier. And now I go in for the drop. I mean, this isn't too terrible. I consider that a remotely effective kind of gank in my mind. Oh, not gank. Wrong game. Drop. So it just goes back to my forces. I, again, build a bunker to try and refill the wall off to prevent more DT harassment. I leave these guys here in hopes that, you know, it might actually stop them from trying to place any proxy pylons there. Spot stuff coming in, and that's what, luckily, there is. Realize, oh god. That was really good on my part. But again, this is one of those, I'm floating so much minerals and really gas, so I could do just so much more. So again, just really big point is get more production structures to increase my production. I just have to. I am starting 3-3 though. I'm getting good about actual upgrades. I realize that this is a weak point, and I end up building... Yep, I end up building the sensor tower and the missile turret combo, so I'm doing good about defending my own base, really. So, I mean, there's a bit of a plus. Oop, this is still on. Go back to ×2 this. See me going back, building more. I realize that things are probably going down here, so I try and split my forces between high and low ground. Building my CC on the low ground for my third base, which I could have also taken really, really earlier if I would have just destroyed the rocks way earlier. So, I mean, that's a little bit of akin to macro, but the macro points that I'm more complaining about are production, really, related, as opposed to bases. Build the refineries here. Yeah, I see what's going on here. I don't really want to go out and around, really. Because it's one of those, like, I was safe here, he wasn't doing anything with it, he wasn't really exerting any form of control. Now, here is a really, really big point. This is how I end up losing the game, is the massive death ball of void rays. Because void rays are like the DTs of the sky for Protoss. In my mind. I might be wrong, but, who cares? Now, he is taking more expansions than I am, and he's had them more. So yeah, it's really macro is a really, really big point that I still need to work on. Again, production being the main point, but I suppose bases are also getting really important. But we are both getting close to maxed out, so it doesn't matter as much. Yeah. It's one of those, like, I'm getting progressively better. I'm trying to get my average unspent resources. Realize that I'm flooding way too much, way too late, and trying to add more barracks. And there's easily room for like maybe 2 or 3 more. And if I destroy those rocks, I could also maybe build like a couple here. Turn that into a planetary, and then it's basically fully saturated. I keep my forces here because this is where the threat is. And if I can force them to a good concave, I should be okay. Yeah, it's just... I have my upgrade count, and I realize that he could be going for Colossus or Void Ray, which I wonder which one he's going for. In retrospect, I could have gotten another starport way earlier, which is again point number 1. Get more production structures and gotten way more Vikings out way earlier to try and deal with the Void Rays. And I have a large amount of Marauders in my army, which is a little bit weird, or end up with a large amount, and it might just be because the Marines died first, because they actually shoot up, but I don't know. Back, I'm feeling really good. It's one of those, like, I'm deflecting his small attacks with relative ease, so I'm feeling really, really good about myself right now. I see that this is a thing, but see that it's not that big of a force, so he's really just trying to, like, scout my... instead moves out with the Void Ray, just ball of doom. And by the time I see it, like, which I believe is right about, was it now? Is it now? Now. I see it right now. Realize that, well, fuck, my entire army's so far away. So basically, I rally everything that I can to my own base, to what is my natural, and then just move everything back over. Like, I wouldn't win a base race. There's no way. And I just queue up everything that can shoot up really, really fast. I have, like, 7 until some time. Relines avoid beam to gain +6 damage versus armored units for 20 seconds. I don't think any of these are armored. Well, Marauders are armored, which is a thing. Well, I mean, it cuts through my Marauders. Yeah, then I GG and go out. So again, in our main points is, number 1, is we have to add on more production, preferably earlier. Well, it kind of has to be earlier. That's kind of how it works. Point number 2 really is to try and be a bit more aggressive. I don't take advantage of Terran strength in the mid-game with drops. I'm getting better about dropping, but I need to do them more. I need to do bigger drops, and I need to try and start doing multi-prongs, although I don't know if my control is that good. But we'll see how that progresses over the next, say, few episodes of this. And point number 3 is that we have to have more map control / awareness, although that's not super necessary, so that's a back burner point right now. But I think that's all we need for right now. So, kind of standard outro of, if you would like me, if you really like me, you can subscribe to me and get more future content. If you would like or dislike the video, you can do so in the right below with the little like or dislike button, thumbs up or thumbs down. If you would like to talk about the video, you can also do that in the comment section below. As for me, that's it, and that's all, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye.